that I heard of once in a lullaby song.
Well, Raina is my youngest child. She's 17 years old. She was 17 years old when she was killed by someone who had been drinking all day and then decided to drive. And her and her best friend Tiffany were killed. Raina was extremely talented. She was such an artist, and anything that she put a pen or pencil to, or a color or anything, you know, turned out just beautiful. She used to color almost everything in rainbow shapes and rainbow colors. Raina had a lot of ambition. She wanted to, you know, buy her own car and pay for her own college education. It was just such a tragedy to know that those kinds of things will never be fulfilled. She loved to hang out with me, and she loved to go places with me and spend what she called her Raina days with me. And instead of rainy days, she wanted a Raina day. I began the grief process, and I joined many grief groups. Started a couple of my own and facilitated different groups just to process my own, you know, feelings through the loss of a child. And when my daughter was killed, I was only 10 months into sobriety. And I managed to stay sober during that difficult time, when you would think that that would be the time when a person would pick up a drink. But it was such a shock to me to learn that the man that killed my daughter had been drinking, that I continued to make that promise to myself that I wouldn't drink and drive, no matter what, and try to help prevent other people from having to live with what I'm living with, and maybe possibly save some lives. I knew that that wouldn't bring my daughter back, but I knew that I could possibly influence someone else to not drink and drive. And I became a circuit speaker. What we call it is an impact speaker, where we are designated to go out to the courthouses and speak to DUI offenders once, twice a month, however many times they send us. Another thing that we do is we'll go to the military, or we'll go to a safety stand down. We'll go to colleges or high schools when they have their every 15-minute program. What I do at the end of my speech is that I tell people that I don't want them to come up to me and tell me that they're sorry for my loss, or that they understand, or anything else. That what I would like them to tell me is that they promise they will never drink and drive. And if they can't promise me, then I wish that they would just pass me by. Because I have spoken to so many, you know, in San Diego where I live, that I seem to be recognized around town occasionally by, you know, you speak to 500-700 people a month, and somebody's going to recognize you on the streets. And it seems to me that whenever somebody recognizes me, they'll come up to me and tap me on the shoulder and say, "I promise." My sister called me and said that she had a dream, and in the dream, they were holding a hand. She said it was Raina, my daughter, was holding a bottle of perfume in the shape of a teardrop. And it said, "Remember something." The name of our company is called Love Raina, and it's a Love Raina Corporation. And the name of our first fragrance is Remember the Promise.